Several roads remain closed this evening after all of the recent rain and snowfall, causing problems for drivers and emergency crews alike. News Channel 18's Krista Henry now joins us with more on what kind of complications emergency crews face when they're responding to calls during winter storms like the one we had this week. Krista?
Well, Jeff, I spoke with Carroll County Emergency Management Agency Director David McDowell today, and he says during any type of winter storm, they also face problems when traveling to and from emergencies. But he says staying prepared is key to keeping these complications from a life or death situation.
In addition to the increased volume of calls that makes everybody very busy and the dispatchers very busy, the emergency responders themselves have to fight the slick roads and the traffic problems that we have.
But the problems don't just end on the roads. Carroll County's Emergency Management Agency Director David McDowell says during Tuesday's storm, they faced even more difficulties than just slick roads and flooded areas.
We had a significant problem the other day with radio communication. And all we can figure is that it was the extra heavy snow that was pouring down out of the sky affected our radio communications. You know, a number of guys weren't able to communicate with each other on the radio.
McDowell says they always have a backup plan for when out of the ordinary situations like that happen during hazardous weather.
We have a number of backup systems, like guys would use their cell phones to call or text on their cell phones. I believe that the 911 center had extra dispatchers come in because you could hear every time one of them talked on the radio that the telephones were ringing nonstop in the background.
Now, officials say when major roads like 225 are closed because of flooding, they also have to find alternate routes when responding to emergencies.
Sometimes it results in a very large threat to life. Last year we had a flash flood where one of our culverts washed out and a car drove into it. The responding officers were when they got there, they were on the opposite side of that, so they could see the person who was hanging down into the ditch, but they couldn't get to him. And it was about a 4-mile round trip to get to the other side.
Now, emergency crews want to warn everyone to be patient while you're waiting for a crew to get to you in case of an accident or emergency. They say especially with all of the flooding in the area, be aware of closed roads. When you do come across flooded areas, they say don't even attempt to go through the water because the levels could be higher than you think. Krista Henry, News Channel 18.
Krista.